Well, I thought you had a stack. I didn't think I was going first. I wanted to talk on, which was it, 3.9. So at the last council meeting, the city council went ahead and waived, I guess, the extra, I won't say fees, they were for the TEP parade, the overages, I guess, because of the rain and whatnot. So with this now, I went through and I read it and I thought, okay, so the last meeting was $6,000. This, it's, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looked like it was $1,010. So my question is to the council, I feel like we're just bleeding out funds. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I have respect for our fellow government offices and whatnot, but this is something that these two politicians are putting on, a free income tax preparation workshop. So, and that's great. They're doing that for the community. To me, as an ex-politician myself, I would say that it's a good idea for them to foot the bill out of their own campaign funds for that. And to me, I don't think it's that big of a deal for the city council to say, you know what, that's something you guys can cover. That for us to waive it, it's just like, well, how many other things are we going to waive for people? How many other things are we going to let go over? At the last few council meetings, I know Mr. Contreras was talking about the lovely potholes we have in the city. And I'm sure that other people have hit them repeatedly. I'm sure all of you have hit them repeatedly and are very happy with what it's doing to your cars. I just feel like, yes, it's something so little, and I'm sure that some of you are thinking, why is she getting upset about this? It's one more nail in the coffin is how I see it, because we're already hurting. We don't have enough funds to do A, B, C, and D, but we'll go ahead and waive that fee. To me, the way the city is making the money is by these fees. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I come to fill out a new business license or something like that, I know you've talked about that, Ms. Ho, you pay a certain amount to do your business license, that kind of thing, and that goes to the city's fund. So I just feel like we shouldn't be giving money just little bits here at a time, because the little bits will add up. I mean, I am definitely not a council person. I have no experience in pothole fixing. I'd be curious to know how much one pothole costs, because if $1,010 can do anything, even a small pothole, can we maybe do that instead and let those two politicians know, hey, maybe you can just foot the bill out of your own campaign accounts. I think that would be, one, a really good idea, seeing as at least one of those politicians came from Westminster. They know where our funds are in Westminster and how little we do have. I just don't see why they're saying, oh, well, I can't pay that. Let's see if I can get a waiver for that. And then I am glad that you talked about the accommodation, proclamation, which either, because that was going to be my next question as well, because normally those things get done, at the city council meetings, if it's something that's, very important. And when I looked at the, your rules and regs, maybe, when I was reading through it, she's an actress, if I'm correct, and I didn't see anything in those Exhibit A on that said that you could go ahead and do that for that reason. I did read that it says that you can go ahead and give these without consenting with the rest of the council, but not for that type, is how I read it. So I would be curious, I know you're going to have Mr. Manfro look at that, but I'd be curious to see, because I feel like She's from Norway, if I'm correct. And I think it'd be a good idea that be really looked into.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Next speaker is Chan Fan.